All right, continuing. Now he tells him to go forward. Why he did that, I don't know. That evil truck. I think he should have called it flammable, irascible too. Passing lane ahead. Again, the outline is blue. He's beautiful. Maybe that's literal. I don't know. So he's not playing games. Is he imagining things? So I don't know what's here. Again, that license plate. It just doesn't make sense. There's like 2A, but T2A. I don't know. TSX. I don't know. Truck. Evil truck. Ah, he tells him. Well, he did that to him before. I am not laughing. This is not funny, but he set him up like. So here's something. I mean, he did all that to him so far, and he tells him, he believes him when he says go. Suddenly he changed his mind. So miserable fat head is something similar to Dr. Dre's today, you know, MF, and Dr. Dre syndrome. So far they're portraying this guy as timid, you know, this deity as timid, as peaceful, don't want no problems, avoids any problems, more like a wimp or a whiner or feeble or something of the sort. That's what they're showing him to be. Okay, now as he's ahead of him, we see some trees. I don't know if that's accidental or just there or it was intended to be. Once you see green, that's the Muslim god, you know, or Abraham's god, Allah, La, or Had. They combine the two actually. The Jews had this notion about Muhammad being Allah or, you know, as things of the sort. Okay, so here 7 miles to Chuck's Cafe, right? I'm gonna explain that to you. Uh, uh, I don't know if it means what I think it means, but I checked the name Chuck, right? Must mean something. Number seven. Chuck in German, I think it's like a pet name for Charles or something. But Chuck means free man. I think that's what they mean by that, right? Charles or something of the sort. So when they say free man Chucks here, I think they mean Freemasons. I don't know. But I'm very suspicious of that. What is the seven? I really don't know. But I see those seven horns on Lady Liberty's head and, here and there. So maybe the Masonics, they believe in something like seven deities or something of the sort. But that's what it is, I think, they mean by that. 7 miles to Freemasons Lodge or something of the sort. And then he moves from 9 to 11, right? He moves from 9 to 11. 11, I think, means like 1, 1, like at 11, 11 is good and evil, or two horns, and then the sun rises between. It's just, I don't know. And I was able to observe. Now remember, although the divider is sometimes yellow, here it's yellow and white, but yellow here, you will see later why I'm saying this. It denotes Orientals, or in this instance, it denotes Mongols. Similar to when David Bowman invaded Baghdad or tried to disconnect Hal, right? All right, 51, 29, I don't know. Does that mean anything to you? 51, area 51? UFOs, mass abductions. So they take a lot from each other. That movie, apparently 2001 Snake Odessy, is like monumental in their productions and thinking and so on. And that one, Kubrick and company, they take a lot from Rabbi Super Nietzsche. Cars will come to me something later in the movie. I'll show you. I don't know what the spiked fences. I don't know. Now it's getting it's heating up, intensifying. Now I want to explain to you something about the red car that what's his name, Dennis Weaver, is riding. Car means your vehicle in your society, in life, or whatever it is. That's what car means. In movies, I mean, right? So that's his vehicle, meaningly the Reds are his minions, are his assistants, are his supporters, are his soldiers, and so on and so forth, right? So, and under the hood seems to be like needing some cash, the radiator hose. But that's what he is, even though Dennis Weaver is blue, but he uses the reds. Now, reds sometimes denote like red devils, right? But that's what it is. They use, like the command devils and genies and things of the sort, right? But that's what reds mean. Like I know that I think Alawites or Shiites they do wear red, and that's significant because apparently they think they're like fallen angels or whatnot. And again, that guy, the other deity, uses the oil and uses the browns. He's predominant in the browns, right? You know, that's also his vehicle, but it's massive and fast and big, commanding. And look, the air condition, that old air conditioned external unit, that's in red. So he uses reds too, right? But much less. Did you see that? He was like staring in the mirror. So, as you saw, Maximum Overdrive by Stephen King, you can watch the movie, clarified who that truck is. It's a green monster. And now we're seeing yellow. He's going between 82, 83, right? 83. I think that means something. Skipped his ass. This is the first time they bump, like bumper to bumper touch. This is the first time it happened. Ominous music. I don't know what that is. The speed is great. So as you can see, the red air conditioning unit and the truck being like filthy and dirty and unkempt and so on, tells you that the people that, or the creatures or whoever we are, Arabs, you know, browns like us, right, are not exactly the type that keeps hygiene or something of the sort, right? You know, that's what he's saying, is that deity uses people and makes them filthy and so on, while Mr. Dennis Weaver, you know, I think that's that, right? No, not like this. I think that's like that, right? They do like that 1666. He keeps his car clean and checks under the hood and takes care of it, right? And on the highway, he does business, and it's like highway is his. And when somebody breaks down, he sends his wrecker and tow truck, you know, to help them and so on. And look in the back end, in the backdrop is like blue mountains and so on. That evil truck. No. Uh-oh. Now what he's saying here is that he's trying to finally, like, this is becoming intense and he cannot handle it, so he's gonna get out of it. He's gonna escape the fight, like similar to trainers, you know, throwing the white towel in the ring or something. Okay, I will show you something here. Notice the cars. There's a blue truck, and there's a number of cars here, right? Oh, poor thing. Finally, he gave up.
You all right, mister? Yeah.
Oh, poor thing. You know, in history, if you ask me, there's some truth to that. That in Islam and Quran and the mission of Muhammad and so on, they basically declare that an evil entity, and eventually, like in a very short time, they wrap up things and so on. But you know, the devil and you know, whatever the Dennis Weaver is representing here, they weren't really worried, spread or defined. Devil in Islam, you know, an evil entity, and that who hates mankind and so on. much of it was about life and evil in life and how he does exist, right? And he like comes into your mind and your soul and then try to influence your behavior and destroy you as a human being. That's all there is to it. All right. Now this guy who comes to talk to him, he laughs, whiplash and so on. But this guy uh, is not inside that Chuck's Cafe, that Freemasonry lodge, right?
Oh, my neck. It's all right. He's all right.
He's all right. Now this guy again is not inside that Chuck's Cafe, right? So these two people, blue, right? They're outside of it. They're not part of it, right? And he's doing that signal, I'm aware of that signal. There's the 5, right? And there's that, right? Is he saying that Dennis Weaver is not? I mean, is Spielberg saying Dennis Weaver is not that guy, the one I told you about, and so on? Or is he what, right? I mean, that shows you there is a statue supposedly displayed or shown in the movie The Exorcist, like with wings and he has like 5 and so on. That statue was not found. It's not there. It's a newly made and carved statue in order to mislead you, right? There was nothing there before, right? But this guy is obviously is a rabbi. How do I know that? Well, the sideburns are too long, right? And they're a little bit bushy. Sometimes when they do that, like I remember when I lived back home in Syria, right? I would see some people like with bushy long sideburns. What this is really is those Jewish braids, right? That separates and dangle down, right? I don't know what you call them, braids maybe, right? But here, they don't want you to realize that, because if they do that, you will know that they're Jewish, right? But here, you will not know, right? And that's what he's doing. And apparently that, I don't know what that means. I thought it's like they praise the devil or something of the sort. I really don't care. I don't care, but that's what this movie is all about. Now notice behind the man's hand, and there's another telltale of him being a rabbi, why he ties his hand behind, arms is behind his back. I only saw that gesture by rabbis, right? They always do that for some reason or another. Is it signal? Is it what? I don't know. I never seen anyone tie their hands behind their back except a rabbi. But behind his arm, behind his hand, there is also a statue or a figure. Let me show you what it is.
What happened?
So now these two guys apparently are in league, right? They're like the same thing. This guy is checking on him, what's going on and what happened, blah blah blah, and he's reporting to that guy. That guy didn't come near. Notice, that guy didn't come near, but this guy did, and that guy seems to be the, the head honcho.
The truck driver tried to kill me. Here you go. Chased me down the mountain. At nearly 9 miles an hour. I don't know what else you call it. Trying to kill you. It sure looks like you're with me. That's okay. It's okay. Anything I can do? No, nothing. Thank you. No, it's okay. Okay.
So now he got a good report and checked his health, and only whiplash and so on. Means he didn't lose much yet, he's laughing, right?
Just a little whiplash is all.
Just a little whiplash is all. And now that this rabbi, right, the main head honcho, right, is looking at him and cogitating, right, and thinking about him. He got the report, and now he's going to do something. He's all shaken, right? Here, this gesture means like this entity, or if it's more than one person, right? They're not doing all right. Their structure is weakened. This is similar to in 2001 Snake Odessy when La kills those hunter and the other two in, terminates their systems and so on. First he terminates their so on, so on, so on, so on, and the last he terminates their nervous system, right? And he kills them after he ejects David Bowman supposedly outside of the ship, the two asteroids. And now this guy, notice he doesn't even talk to him. He's just watching him. But he's very interested. He's making an assessment of what's going on. Now that guy drives his truck. Notice, that's what I'm talking about, tying hands or arms behind the back, right? And he's intently looking at him. He's going inside, right, into Chuck's or Freeman's cafe. Now that figure here, it does look like a dragon. First I thought it was like a seahorse, right? Looks like a seahorse. A dragon, a tree stripped down or cut. Usually they cut down trees. They don't just leave them bare without branches like that, right? They either cut down a tree or leave it fully donning its own leaves, and full foliage, right? Or whatever, leaves and so on. But I come closer and I thought I saw here, I thought I saw a dragon, right? With wings, but the wings are not well defined. Then I thought maybe the head is that of a camel. But, whether it is or not, that's what I'm saying. And this man is watching him. Now notice, in the distance, there are different cars, one of which is a station wagon. You will see that later. Although the siding will be different on that station wagon, you will see that station wagon and that man, the rabbi who is tying his arms behind his back, you will see them again.
What happened out there, Mrs.?
Okay, I'm gonna stop here. I don't want to lose another 50 minutes.